In between being a damn insane man, being the leader of probably illegal construction company, being a policeman, bartender, hostess, stalker, and helping out Kiryu in the whore business, Majima is forced into normalcy one last time, as his non-schizo past has caught up with him. RGG Studios are truly adept at the do not make Majima the protagonist of a new game challenge, but they have thrown us players a crumb in the form of the Majima Saga. This little story bridges the gap between the events of Yakuza 1 and 2, while Kiryu was just kinda bing chilling. The Majima representation here is a bit questionable though. You get a grand total of one style, the mad dog shit style, spotting 2 heat actions. Additionally, after every attack you become a bumbling dumbass and just get hit for nothing. There's nothing you can do about it. It's good we don't have to fight too much in this side mode. Terada, new chairman of the Tojo, decided that he likes money and wants to appoint a new second in command depending on how much money they make. This bastard even broke out his PowerPoint presentation. Yes, as you can see here, we are really good and everybody else sucks balls. I really like your PowerPoint and you spoke very clearly, and until it turns out that this most money-making person is stable genius Majima, which immediately makes this idea a thing of the past. In reality, the plan was to make the snake alliance of these two have more power. Majima, on his way back to his family's crib, is assaulted by sassy men he deduces to be members of this prick's pack of assholes. And at his crib, all his men have been liquidated, but like, not permanently. Still, this calls for measures of revenge to be taken. The only problem with that is upon visiting this prick, there's not much revenge left to be fulfilled, as his brains are already sprayed upon the wall behind him. Majima, now prime suspect for committing foul play, pledges to find the true killer of asshole number 1, while asshole number 2 throws out allegations against him like they're candy. You know, Majima, you've been acting kinda sus as of late. Marimba starts his investigation after getting a hot tip by Cashawaggy by paying a visit to NSA informant the florist, now living it up in the Millennium Tower, who can help him easily, but only does so in return for Majinga promising to take care of the homeless village that was once his domain. The florist shows him that, by going into the security recordings, only pain will be found, as his own goon was the murderer, and this goon has left Kamurocho. I can't believe one of the 3 new characters turned out to have done it. The mad dog must now do something he had truly hoped not to, return to his prior cage, a place he's been avoiding for a while now. Sotenburi, which is not a real place. He used to be the goatee with the sauce manager man of the best cabaret club in the biz, the Grand, which he reluctantly revisits to gather intel on where the imposter is located. He leaves empty-handed, but soon finds an old rival who helps him out by pointing him in the right direction. And this direction doth rig of fate or some such. It just so happens that the sussy man was once a regular at a place that Majima was once quite familiar with, the seemingly only massage place in this whole damn town, once the workplace of one Makimura Makoto, formerly owner of an empty lot which almost destroyed the Tojo clan, and also formerly a massive Chinese man. But I'm sure Majima won't very coincidentally run into her there. He runs into her there. Luckily, as she used to be blind, and against evidence to the contrary is not so anymore, doesn't recognize the eye-patch-clad tattooed very muscular man. She talks about how great her life has become, yet how sad she is that she would never thank the eye-patch man who once saved her life. She's straight trauma dumping on this assumed stranger's ass, which I suppose would be frowned upon if the trauma dumpee wasn't the ideal person for this dump. All of this really just served as a nostalgic distraction, and a bit of closure for a dog of madness, because the man we are looking for is now, after all, at the Cabaret Grand. We moved there post-haste, or rather post-singing a few depressing tones at karaoke for evening closure. Pain may remain.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Sadly, Majima's driver has shot a new hole through the body of an Omi Alliance man. He's on a proper killing spree because of that, but he's sorry, so maybe we should forgive him. Oh, at least his debt is cleared. You thought the sussy evil man was our this here underling, but it was me, Dio. Dio wanted to control the Tojo clan and all other Yakuza ever made because he is evil. He fights Majima with a gun, so he can kill Majima with a gun. Sadly, it's the Yakuza gun boss fight, fought as stripped-down Dragon Engine Majima, so the gameplay certainly doesn't reach the heights of the presentation. Dio loses the fight, but still has a gun, which he now uses to shoot Maji. Interesting strategy, we'll see how that'll play out. In other news, Majima had left a present for Makoto, which she finds while leaving the country forever. Closure being now granted for both. As for him, as he's been too entangled in this whole mess that took place, he apologizes to the Omi and leaves the dojo, opening his very own construction company, building shit and doing business, which is probably completely and only legal in all senses.